Hi, this is Winslow with Vibrant Health Evolution, and I wanted to lead a little stretch session here, and this is focused on relieving back pain, or stretching for back pain. So several different ways that you can do some of these poses, so I brought some props in case you can figure out what you need. So the first one that we're going to do is to sit on your bum, and you can sit on a pillow if that helps. Bend one knee in, stretch the other leg out. Generally, if you get all of the major muscle groups of the legs, that really helps. So hamstrings, quads, and glutes. IT band can be good to get to. And then also like the side body area. So when you grab this foot, you can use a belt and put it around your foot to hang on to if you don't quite reach to your foot. And then I like to just hold it for a little while. Give it, 30 seconds or so to really open up and release. You can do this as more of a side body stretch, and then you can also square your shoulders, reaching the opposite arm towards that foot, and get a little more of a hamstring stretch. Hug your belly in, reach your hips back, your inner thighs back, and bring your head towards your shin. And then just enjoy a deep breath or two here. And you just want to meet yourself where you are. Whatever distance you can go down, find where you get a good stretch and hold it. And then when you release the stretch, slowly come up. And let's switch sides. Gentle. You place your right hand on your right knee, and you can help root your right leg down. Left hand towards your left foot, left shin, or using a belt to grab onto. Stretch your right side body. You should feel it in here. It's like these muscles in right above and around your hip bone. Give a nice stretch here. Flex your foot. And then press through your big toe, flex your toes, spread your toes. And then just focus on your breath, softening and relaxing. And we can shift it to squaring the shoulders towards this leg. And breathe, hug the belly in and breathe. So if this is not comfortable for you to get the hamstring that way, you can do this with the chair or the stool. So I'll show you the version with the stool. So right foot forward, bend your left knee a little bit, and then lift your right toes. Both hands can be on the stool so you get a shoulder stretch as well. And then you can turn and look underneath your left shoulder, and that's going to give you a stretch in the hip and in that side body. So reach your left hand more forward, the side body. Drag your right heel back and square your shoulders and square your hips, so looking straight down now. Gets more of the hamstring. And you can even twist a little to the right. And slowly release that. Switching feet, bend the right knee, straighten the left. So you don't want to hyperextend your leg back, so you want a little energy at the top of the shin pulling forward. Thelma, Ukra, you want to be in the video? Kind of blocking the view. Now I'm going to look underneath the right shoulder and reach my right hand further out. Get a good stretch in the side body, so you can take your right hip even further back. Stretch your right side body. So you just meet yourself where you are. Do whatever version of this feels good to you. And let's take both feet back, both hands on the stool, and stretch it out this way. You can do this on a counter or on the back of a chair. So same thing here, you don't want to hyperextend the legs back, so a little energy with the shins pulling forward. Take the inner thighs back, draw the belly in, and breathe. Feels so good. Let's come down onto all fours. Thelma, come here. Come here. Good girl, stay. Down on all fours, do a little cat-cow. So you're gonna drop the belly, reach the inner thighs way up and back, and look up. And then the opposite on the exhale, curl in. So reach the middle of your spine up towards the sky, tuck your tailbone, look towards your belly button. And just find something that feels like a nice stretch here. And you can also take the hips side to side, do some circles, just tune into your own body, see what feels nice. And take the knees wide and come into a child's pose. So forehead to the floor if you can. You could also use a block. Put your forehead on or your fists. And you can do tripods with your hands for a better shoulder stretch. And then come onto your belly. And we're going to do a little mini cobra here. So stretching the low back. So you can hold this here. And then just let the low back, all the muscles, see if you can focus on relaxing them. And if you feel comfortable, you can take it higher, bringing your hands right beside your chest. Spread the fingers wide. Take your shoulders down and back, and then press up. So that feels okay. And then soften the back. And you can even take this side to side. And slowly lower. And bring your right hand about a foot forward, so right at the level of your face. Left hand stays where it is. Come back up. And then roll over onto your right side, looking over your left shoulder. Your left foot can cross over. And then open up your right side body on the front. So you should be getting into your psoas here. Try and take the shoulders down away from the ears. So find some version of this. Maybe you can do this on your elbows. All right, you can do it on one arm. Just find whatever version works for you. I love the stretch. And then slowly release, and we'll switch sides. The left hand forward, right hand back. Coming up, twist to the, looking over the right shoulder, rolling over onto the left side body. Shoulders down. Open up the left side, psoas. And gently release. Coming back up, knees together. Take a little puppy pose, child's pose here. And then rounding your spine as you come up. And a downward facing dog, if this is in your wheelhouse today. Bend one knee and stretch the opposite calf. So you can do this down dog also on a chair. Just make sure your chair's not going to go anywhere. Maybe this chair's going to slide, so I'd need to put it where it wouldn't slide, but if you could put it against something that wouldn't slide, you could get both feet back. In other words, just get one leg at a time back. And then stretch your calves, bend one knee and stretch that calf. And the other, walk it out. Good, now let's get our quads. So the easiest way, I think, to get the quad is to come into a kneeling lunge like this, tuck your toes on the back foot, and then press through that back foot. Vertical here with this front leg, and you should feel a quad stretch. So the knee and the hip and the shoulder in one line. And just like that, I feel like a quad stretch. So you can just hold that. Make sure you have enough padding underneath your knee. And you can take a little side bend, take the right arm up to the sky. So we've got left foot forward. Take the bend the other way. And back to the center. And switch legs. Find a place where you can get a quad stretch on the left side here. And then just enjoy it. Enjoy a good stretch. Inhale, take the left arm up and over. Lengthen through your left side body, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. One more breath here. And slowly unwind and switch sides. Enjoy the sweetest breath. Let it feel really good. And on the exhale, back down. If you want to take this quad stretch a little differently here, you can try doing this move where you bend your back foot up, and you grab it with the opposite hand. So right hand is supporting me, left foot, right hand. Also, sometimes I just lay in bed and I'll pull one leg back and just lay there while I'm reading Bodhi a book. I do that every night, stretch my quads that way. The bed's a little more forgiving than the ground. It's easier to do in the bed. And obviously you could do this stretch standing as well. If you felt okay about your balance, as this mine, you can stand and use your stool like this. I'm going to switch sides and get the left leg. So left hand forward, right foot. Quads is a really important one to stretch. You start to get bent forward, right? If the quads get too tight. So have upright posture. Good posture here with your shoulders, so down and back, open the heart. And then gently release that. So let's get into the hips here. So to get a good hip stretch, we can do a couple different things. We can do pigeon pose, if you're familiar with that. You could also use a chair or a wall and put your foot on it, cross the other foot over. Maybe you can grab behind your hamstring. But having a wall where you can push off the wall can really help enhance the stretch. And just meet yourself where you are. Start with what you got and work yourself forward. Close your eyes and just melt into the floor. Breathe. As you're breathing, focus on relaxing your nerves, relaxing your whole nervous system. This one you can do sitting in the chair as well. Show you that version. So if you're enjoying it on the floor, just stay where you are. This is the version here. You can do this almost anywhere. Sit up nice and tall, spine straight, shoulders down and back, heart is open. Flex your foot. So you want to flex and square your ankle. You don't want your ankle to be rolling. So flex your foot, pull the toes back. And then press the outside of your foot into your leg. So you can feel a good hip stretch here. It's even further back here in the glute. Maybe you could even get it on a stool, like so. You have to have quite open hips, probably, to get that. And then the other version is this pigeon pose here. Still on my left side, I haven't switched yet. Hips are one that you want to hold for a while. So when you're in pigeon pose, your foot can be in, close to your perineum, and the foot is more pointed. But as you get more open in your hip, you want to try and bring that leg so the shin is more parallel. You can press into the foot, and then look back and make sure your leg is in a straight line. Try and square the hips. And you can also take this down to the floor. Rest your head on your fist or a block. So we went through a bunch of different versions of this stretch for the left leg. We're going to switch sides. So you can do supine pigeon, which is where you're on your back, foot up on the chair or up against a wall. There's another version I didn't show you, which is just seated version, and you can put your back up against the wall and you bend your left leg, cross the right foot over. You want to always make sure your ankle is square and you're pressing the outer edge of your foot into your thigh. So if the ankle is sickled, it can strain the outside of the knee. So that protects the knee when you flex your foot and square your ankle, press the outer edge of the foot into the leg. And this can be nice up against a wall. This could be a good, really good version for you. I'm feeling like doing pigeon today, so I'm gonna go back to the pigeon pose. But you do you. Find your version of a hip stretch. You can do the supine pigeon laying in bed too. That's when you could be laying on your back and bend one leg up and cross the other leg over. And then just focus on your breathing, relaxing your nerves. You actually have the ability to slow your heart rate down and relax your whole nervous system when you focus on it. So focus on that now. Just a gentle focus on your exhale. Nice. And then swing your leg back around. And you can come into a wide straddle forward fold. So with this, you want to flex your ankles, point your toes straight up towards the ceiling here. And then try and pull forward. You can use your hands to help rotate your thighs so the knees are facing straight upward. And maybe your position is more upright, that's totally fine. Let's do the hip stretch one more time. So whichever version you liked, let's do it again. Getting into the hips good today. I'm gonna go back to pigeon. And then come down. 3 deep breaths here. And when you're ready, you can switch sides. Whichever hip stretch you're going for. Good, and gently release that. We get into our IT band here on the side. So one way to do that is to do a forward fold, cross one foot over the other, and then do a forward fold. So most of the weight is on the back foot. So you can use a chair, the floor, the stool. Slow the breath down. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy the stretch. And you slowly come up and switch sides. And slowly unwind from that and come up. And let's figure out a way to get inner thighs. So I'll show you some different options for that. So one is to do a happy baby pose. And so with happy baby pose, you can do one leg at a time, and you can use a strap, so like a belt. Turn this way. So this one leg, you're going to bend the knee about 90 degrees, take the knee away from your body, sole of the foot towards the ceiling, ankles flex, and then pull this down towards the floor. In fact, grabbing a belt, what are we going to have here? There's room. I could use. It can be really helpful for this one. Find you a belt if you need it. And gently release that. Go for the other side. So square the foot, square the ankle, knee goes out to the side. Pull the shoulders down and back, and then the knee is away from the body, and then root it down towards the earth. Using one or both hands. Root your left hip down towards the earth. You're doing both feet. Look like this. Maybe harder to do if you have a strap. One at a time. Good, and release that down. Keep the left leg up, interlace your fingers behind the hamstring. Press the leg away from you for a moment. Hip down towards the ground, shoulders down and back. Flex the foot, reach the heel towards the ceiling. And maybe you can bring that a little closer using your strap. Do some ankle rotations if you don't have your strap on. And bring your head towards your shin for a moment. And then grabbing the outside of your foot or using your strap, you can bend this knee and reach your left arm out to the side and take your left foot all the way across your body for a twist, a gentle twist here. Okay, if the shoulder comes off the ground, just take the head of the shoulder and roll it down and back. And then you can get a good arm stretch here. Come back here. Breathing and relaxing the nerves. And when you're ready, gently unwind from that. We'll switch sides. Taking the right leg up. And release your hands behind the hamstring. Flex the foot. Heel of the foot reaches towards the ceiling. And then press your leg into your hands as you take your shoulders down and back. A little isometric work here. Rooting the right hip down. And then you can release that and hug the leg in. Do some ankle rotations 5 times each direction. And use your strap if you need it. Hug that leg in. Deepen your breath. Hug your head towards your knee. Release the head down, hold the stretch a little longer. And we'll go into our twist here in a moment. You'll bend your knee a little, grab the outside of the foot or use your strap, rotating over to the side, right arm reaches out to the side. And then just soften. This leg can be more straight or more bent, whatever feels better. If it's hard for you to get on and off of the floor, you could do these stretches laying in bed. It's a little easier to get in and out of the bed instead of up and down off the floor. And then gently unwind that. Soles of the feet together, knees bent, arms out to the side. Good. Slowly bring your arms up over your head. Get a good stretch. Stretch your legs out. And bringing your arms back down, bend your knees, roll over onto one side. And then using your hands, push up to a comfortable seated position. Maybe use a pillow or two. Bring your hands together in prayer position. Thank you for doing a little stretch with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.